Good evening, everyone. A little video just to talk about the absolute favourite piece in my collection by a country mile. It's my favourite piece because it's really special to me. This is a piece of genuine screen-used prop from my favourite film of all time, which of course is Jaws. I love Jaws to bits. Previously made a video on the real story of Jaws, so if you're interested in that, it's about 15 minutes long, you can go and check that out. About 13 years ago, I was lucky enough to be part of the creation of a website called the Jaws board, and this is really prior to social media taking off in a big way. We probably had MySpace or something, but we didn't really have Facebook, Twitter, etc. And the old internet forums were a great way to get in touch with like-minded fans. There was a site called jawsmovie.com, which was a great site, and that kind of transitioned in a sense into some of us having a spin-off site, if you like, called the Jaws board. Yeah, that was a very sort of popular internet forum for a while. Anyway, a lot of friendships were established, and got to know a lot of people. I still know some of those people now. This is obviously 15, 16 years later. We're still in touch. And as a result of that, result of the friendships that I made, I think with any fan-based gathering, one of the great things is, I used to be part of a thing called Indie Gear. I'm still part of Indie Gear, don't post there much, but they had a great saying, which was, you come for the gear and you stay for the people. And I think that's true, because I think with a lot of fan-based communities, it's the friendship element that's really important at the end of the day. And I'm eternally grateful that I was able to get this piece via a good friend of mine. Now this is fiberglass, by the way. You can see it still retains some of the original black paint. And there are some rivets. There are four rivets running across the piece. I'll show you the other side. You can see, again, still retains some paint from the production. Obviously, it's been weathered for many years. This is part of the hull section of the ORCA, which is the boat that Quint's boat, which Brody, Hooper, and Quint go out to hunt the shark on. Now, some history around this. You can see the COA, if you like, or the letter here. This is from Menemshire Marine Repair, which was where the remnants of the sinkable ORCA prop was stored for many years. Some fans, hardcore fans, made a pilgrimage. People started stripping bits off the boat, and the owners, there were a lovely couple called the Murphys, and they ultimately decided to chop up what was left and give some out to hardcore fans like myself. So this is November the 1st, 2008, and sold to Alan Elliott, that's me. One piece of the fiberglass hull of the ORCA 2, the replica of the ORCA used in the filming of the movie Jaws. The ORCA 2 was the sinkable prop. Enjoy, sorry it took so long to get to you, and then they've signed it very kindly. So yeah, there were two versions of the ORCA made. There was the main boat, which you see in some of the movie. Then when it comes to the big climax, and the point where the sharks battered the boat, and you can see it's listing in the water. What the filmmakers had to do was make a full-scale fiberglass replica of the ORCA, in order to inflate and deflate it using, I think, a sort of an air balloon type system, if memory serves correctly. Anyway, they had a mechanism where they could inflate and deflate the ORCA, and this was that exact boat. So when you see Quint being eaten, or when you see the shark smash its way through the window and Brody throws the air tank in, this was the prop. This is part of the prop, the set, that all of those scenes took place in. And of course the big climactic scene where Brody's got the rifle and the shark's swimming towards him and it's chomping down on the air cylinder, and it's "Smile, you son of a," boom, and up it goes. Yeah, this was there. So If pieces of fiberglass could talk, this would definitely have a tale or two to tell. To some people, if you're not a movie fan, I don't know, you might just look at it and think, well, what the hell's that? It's an old bit of fiberglass, it's an old bit of tat. You know, what does it mean? If you're a real movie fan, a real hardcore Jaws fan in particular, like myself, this is absolute gold dust. You know, this is the nirvana of prop collecting. Jaws, such an old movie now, you know, and genuine pieces of the production, genuine props that were used in the movie are so, like hen's teeth, they're so hard to find. You know, it's been a lot of intervening years, an awful lot of intervening years, and it's such a popular movie, really the first summer blockbuster, that of course you can imagine anything which is out there has really been identified and snapped up and purchased or sold on profiles in history or whatever it might be, for crazy money, you know. And it's obviously within the same realms as the classics, like, you know, maybe a Wizard of Oz, or, you know, The Sound of Music, or, you know, whatever, those classics. Jaws is undeniably up there as part of that legend of cinema. So for my part, as a simple fan, I'm absolutely delighted to own this large section of the ORCA 2. I absolutely treasure this thing. You know, I'd never ever part with this. I love it, and it's been with me a long time now. It just kind of, it's a little bit dusty, just kind of sits up. It's a top shelf item, you know, so away from small hands, away from crazy dogs, you know, away from, you know, whatever. It sits up there with its COA, and it's absolute pride of place in my collection. I love this thing to bits, absolutely love it. So I thought I'd do a quick video here on Monsters and Myths to show it off, and kind of say how proud I am to own this, how pleased I am to own this, and grateful I am to own this. It really gives me a connection to my favourite all-time movie. You know, every time I look at this thing, it gives me that connection, and for that I'm very grateful. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women, and see you in the next one.